Imagine this scenario. You have recently started a new fitness program and are diligently trying to make better food choices. You've been trying very hard to stick to your new goals and have had some success too. Then you get invited to dinner with friends, and your heart sinks because you know what's coming. You love these friends, but you aren't excited for the comments. Come on, have fun with us. You can have one day off. Your diet doesn't apply tonight. You know they don't intend to cause harm, but fending off these comments hurts nonetheless. Why can't they just be supportive? You ask yourself. This is an all too common scenario for most dieters. Not only do you have to worry about eating the right things and willing yourself off the couch to get to the gym, but nobody signs up to constantly defend their new choices to the people who should be most supportive. Fortunately, I'm going to help you ensure that you stop letting these moments get the better of you. I'm going to help you stop giving in to these comments so that you can stick to the promises you made to yourself when you began this journey. I'm going to give you 5 scripts you can apply to defend yourself against any comment you may receive that tries to push you off your plan. Each script utilizes a different psychological strategy, so keeping them all in your back pocket will ensure you're always covered. To help provide some context, let's assume a uniform scenario to see how each script works. Imagine you've arrived at a dinner party and your friend says any of the following phrases. Can I get you a plate of food? You have to try this dessert I made. Why aren't you drinking? Or insert pushy phrase here. Script number 1, decline and deflect. This is the most straightforward response. How it works is that you'll firmly and politely decline whatever is being offered, then change the subject to something else. The best use of this strategy is to change the subject by asking a relevant question directly toward the food pusher. Here's what to say. No thanks. I'm actually not hungry right now, but I really want to hear how that job interview went. Or, no thanks. I already ate. How's that big work project coming along? Feel free to use whatever topic you like, but in any case, you'll politely decline and then change topics. Here's how it works. The decline and deflect strategy works by clearly communicating that you are not interested in what's being offered. The beauty of this strategy, however, actually lies in the deflection. People love to talk about what's going on in their lives, so by deflecting to a relevant topic in the food pusher's life, you distract them away from the topic of food. Once you get them talking about something else, they won't be given the chance to combat your request. Additionally, most people do everything they can to avoid public embarrassment. Steering a whole conversation back to offering you food after you've already declined is a sure way for them to feel embarrassed in front of other people. This effect is especially strong if there are other people present. Script number 2, defer for later. With this response, you will push off whatever is being offered to an ambiguous future moment. Here's what to say. Wow, that looks great. I'm not hungry at the moment, but I'll make sure to grab some in a little bit. Here's how this works. When your friend offers you food or drink, the answer they're looking for is yes. The defer for later script gives them this satisfaction. You are saying yes to their request, but under the condition that you get to save it for later and not right this moment. The satisfaction of getting the answer they want is what will allow your friend to move on to another topic or continue their journey around the party to check on other guests. Most of the time, your friend won't even acknowledge the condition that you've set forth. Much like the fine print on contracts, we hardly pay attention to what it actually means. We just know if we sign the contract, we get what we want right now. Now your friend has signed the contract and received the dopamine hit of you saying yes to their request. Now you'll be free to follow through at some point in the future, or not. And don't feel bad either. Your friend will likely have forgotten about the exchange altogether the moment they begin talking about something else. Script number 3, heart to heart. This script involves recruiting the very same food pushers to be your allies at these events. Before the event, pull them aside and say this: I'm really making an effort to achieve my goal of losing weight. It means a lot to me because I'll know I'll be more confident and I'll be a happier person. I'm sharing this with you because I know it's going to be tough and I'll need support from people like you in my life. Can I ask that you'll support me on this? Wait for a response. Don't let the conversation end or the topic change without getting them to say out loud, yes, I will support you. Here's how this works. Psychology researchers discovered that we don't like to hold incongruent thoughts in our minds. We don't like to think of ourselves as a generous person, only to then acknowledge our behavior is actually extremely selfish. This discomfort we experience is called cognitive dissonance. This is relevant because by getting your friends to verbalize their support of your health goals, they will feel that cognitive dissonance anytime they try to push food on you. The verbalized support and the act of food pushing are incongruent with each other. It's important that your friend verbally says out loud that they will support you. Having this heart-to-heart conversation with those most likely to sabotage you will effectively convince them to police themselves to behave at these future events. Script number 4, Incognito mode. Incognito mode will allow you to float under the radar. It's not so much a script as it is a playbook for how to act to avoid scrutiny for your new healthy changes. Here's what to do. If attending a party with food and drink, keep your hands full. Keep a glass of water or a plate with light and healthy refreshments. The things that will draw attention to food pushers is you sitting empty-handed, refusing to participate in anything. These individuals tend to just want you to have a good time, albeit the way they would like you to have a good time is a little misplaced. Keeping your hands full can avoid raising any red flags that you aren't participating or enjoying yourself. Script number 5, reframe responsibility. This is one area where working with a fitness coach can serve you very well. When we refuse food being offered to us, many people will try to convince us to change our minds. This happens because by choosing not to participate, we are highlighting that we still hold the control of our actions. I frequently have clients stuck in this negotiation with a food pusher. Instead of the person saying that he or she doesn't want any food, they can say the following instead. That looks really good, but my coach just challenged me to avoid eating anything I don't prepare for myself for the next week. I would really like to participate and it looks really good, but I really want to win this challenge and I really don't want to hear it from him. Here's how this works. To avoid this negotiation, if you can even call it that, is to remove the sense of control out of your hands into a third party. Now, you can reframe the situation so that even if you wanted to change your mind, there's something else outside of your control that's led you to that decision. It's unchangeable and further negotiations are futile. There you have it, the 5 scripts you can use to navigate and shut down food pushers. Remember, you won't always use all 5 scripts, but having them as options is always a good strategy. Good luck.